Hello and welcome, and happy Bathurst week. It is time for the third annual CR Bathurst 1.2 hour on Gran Turismo Sport, coming up on March the 1st, this Sunday. Now, before I get into those details, quickly, just to touch on the footage you're watching in the background, it is actually the daily race C from this week's daily races. I did record it with the intention of making a video, but unfortunately, fortunately, however you want to look at it, I actually qualified in pole position and just kind of ran away at the front. Really uninteresting, so I decided not to use it for a different video, and you guys can watch that now. But the main thing is, of course, to listen to everything I want to cover. I wanted to make a bit of an update video to make sure everyone's got all the details. You understand the rules, you understand what's happening, and that way, whether or not you're a participant or just someone who wants to come along and watch, by the end of the video you should hopefully know everything that's happening, what time, where to see it, so on and so forth. So I'm going to start off by reiterating the date and time. This Sunday, the 1st of March, at 7:30 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Now, I understand not everyone's on that time zone, so maybe the best thing is to look at the GMT, so you can plus or minus however many hours you need to. It's at 8:30 AM GMT, so that's the official time I've got on the website. Having said that, I'm actually going to open the lobby probably about half an hour before that. And that way we can try and squeeze everything in, because we do have enough people for 2 races. So thank you to everyone who did sign up to the race. We've got enough people to fill 2 lobbies as long as everyone shows up. We've even got about 3 reserve drivers. I have emailed all the people that are participating with some details and asking them to send me back which race they would prefer to be in, or which race they have to be in, whatever. There is also 3 more entries that came through at the end. They are our reserve drivers, so if someone doesn't show up on the day, those 3 might be able to jump in still. I haven't emailed them yet, but I'm gonna be doing that very shortly, letting them know they're a reserve driver. But you know, be there, be ready, be sitting behind the wheel. If someone doesn't show up, then they're going to be able to jump in. Now, I'm currently working on how these races are going to be split up. So it turns out race 1 was the most popular one, and I think I've nearly filled that. Some of the people that said they didn't really care which race they were going to be in, I've put into race 2. I will be sharing them on my social medias, and if you don't follow me on those, I absolutely, especially if you're a participant, I please beg you to go and join either the Discord or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I will try and post all the details on across all of those platforms, so the links will be in the description. Go along and follow me at them so you know exactly what is going on. But irrespective of that, how it's going to work is once I open the lobby, there's not going to be a huge amount of practice time. There's no official practice session. The expectation is that everyone will have done enough practice before the start of this, and we'll get everybody into the lobby that is participating in race 1. They will be the first to qualify in what I just may as well call qualifying 1, and that is going to launch into a 10-minute session, so a little bit shorter than last year, but we've got 2 races to get through, so we've cut that back. That still gives everyone plenty enough time to go out and do a lap or 2, set a decent quality time, and we're going to run the 10-minute session first, and that, I hope, if everyone's in the lobby on time, I would love to start that at 7:15 Australian Eastern Daylight Time, which is 8:15 AM GMT. That's when I'd love to start the first qualifying session, do 10 minutes of that, and then as soon as that's finished, we do another 10-minute session, which we'll call qualifying 2, and that is all the people participating in race 2. Now, obviously, there's a bit of admin type stuff to be done in the middle of that, so I'll run it as quickly as I can, but I'll have to record down where people are so that when I reopen the lobbies later, then I can stack people in the right order. But after qualifying 1, I'm going to actually close the server, and then I'll open a new lobby, which everyone from race 2 can jump straight in. So the 2 qualifying sessions will be done first. Qualifying 1, followed by qualifying 2, and then as soon as qualifying 2 is over, there will be a very, very short amount of break, which really is just going to be closing the lobby yet again, opening another new one, which will be the race lobby, and then everyone that has already qualified can jump straight in. I'll put them in the right order, and then we can get underway. The race is going to be 37 laps long. We can't put in 1.2 hours. There's no option to do that in Gran Turismo Sport. So 37 is the amount of laps, and that should take us to around about 1.2 hours with a bit of luck. It is going to be a rolling start. Of course, we're in the GR3 cars. Hopefully everyone that has signed up understands that at this point. Balance of performance is turned on, tuning is prohibited, and tyre wear and fuel burn I've rested at 8 and 3 respectively. So tyre wear is 8 times, fuel burn is 3 times. I know that's a little bit different from last year, but things didn't transfer across quite as well. There's been a lot of updates through the last 12 months, obviously, and things don't quite work the same. What I found when testing, if I use the same settings as last year, is that you didn't have to worry about tyre wear. You basically just used up your full tank of fuel, pitted, put some new tyres on and kept going. I didn't want that. I wanted to stretch the fuel burn out long enough so that you run out of tyres first. And you kind of have to make the decision, especially if you're on mediums, as to how long you're going to run those mediums before you pit. If you're on hards, I wanted to make it so that you could get to the end of your fuel tank on the hard compound tyres, but you're going to have to manage the tyres because things are going to get pretty difficult. I think it opens it up for strategy and hopefully it works out quite well. So in terms of the tyres, there are 2 available compounds, race medium and race hard. Every competitor will be expected to use both compounds of tyre. I don't really care how much you do. You might do 1 lap on racing hards, pit again straight away and go back onto mediums, or you may do the same with mediums. It doesn't worry me how you do it, but as long as every competitor uses both compounds of tyres. Starting fuel will be 100 litres, which I think is pretty much default anyway, and of course flag rules are on. In terms of assists, counter steering and active stability management will be prohibited, as they always are in my lobbies. Traction control and ABS, on the other hand, open slather. You run whatever you like, whatever you feel most comfortable in. Another question I got asked quite a bit was about liveries. Is there a particular expectation in terms of what liveries people run? Where can they get them from? So no, there is no livery restrictions or requirements. You can run whatever you like. I know a lot of people have wanted CR liveries or CRR liveries, and obviously you can do a bit of a search in Gran Turismo Sport under those 2 acronyms, and you should find a whole host. But otherwise, the best bet is to jump onto the Discord, into the right lobby, and ask the question as to liveries. People will be able to guide you. They'll be able to share things, and some of the users have been posting a heap of CR liveries over the last year or 2. Someone like Aussie Mike, for example, has put up a whole heap of them there. So if you don't want to make your own livery, but you do want to run a sort of in-themed livery, I guess, we can help you out. Just make sure you ask us over on Discord and we'll direct you to the right place. Now, where are you going to be able to watch the race? Unfortunately, because I am a Twitch affiliate now, I'm actually not allowed to live stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I have to do it exclusively on Twitch. All footage has to remain on Twitch solely for 24 hours, but I doubt you'll see any update videos on YouTube too soon after that. But I do want to get some up through the coming weeks. Irrespective of that, the most important thing is you watch it live, obviously, and that is something I ask all people that are participating in the race. Please have the live stream up and running. That's where you're going to hear about the instructions, any changes, any difficulties we have, if we have to drop a lobby and rejoin. It's all going to be said over that, so please do have the live stream on in the background. Obviously, you can pause it through the race if you need to, but I do request everyone is watching to make sure you know what's going on. Now, the official entry list for the race has already been shared. Of course, we do have enough people to cover 2 full lobbies, which is fantastic. So a really big thank you to everyone that has signed up for that. And apologies to those who tried to sign up after I removed the form off the website. But yeah, it's really great. And it's, I'm looking forward to it. 2 full 1.2 hour races. But that's how it's going to work. Hopefully you all sort of understand the time running of it now. Qualifying 1 for race 1 is first. Qualifying 2 immediately after that for race 2. Then I'll drop the lobby again. Launch race 1. There'll be a short interval in between, probably so I can go and have a drink or whatever, recover from all the excitement, and then we'll launch race 2. I will obviously only be racing in one of the 2 races. I don't know which one yet. Most likely race 1. And then I'll probably just spectate race 2 and sort of commentate my way through it, but I may do the inverse of that. I may end up racing in race 2. I'm not sure. Who knows? We'll find out on the night. Now, I think that has just about covered off the questions that people have had. I've got a few questions through the week. Hopefully this answers everything. Yes, qualifying is a little bit shorter. It's going to be quite packed in terms of content and time, so I really do ask that you are all, the participants particularly, are all there on time. They've got the stream up and they're rip-roaring and ready to go. It would be a bit of a shame to blow this thing out by an hour or two because people aren't joining the lobby, they're taking too long. I'm going to try and help out where possible. If I know someone's trying to get in but it's not working or whatever, then I will delay for a time there. Also, if you have signed up but you're not going to be able to race, please let me know beforehand. I don't sort of want to sit around for 10 minutes waiting for people who aren't going to show up anyway. So please let me know beforehand if that is the case. And speaking of difficulties, technical difficulties, we all know that that's probably going to happen because, you know, if you've been watching my content over the last couple of years, you'll know that technical difficulties are almost just part of my MO at this point. Not to mention Gran Turismo can sometimes be a bit finicky and not the most reliable when trying to run online races. So unfortunately we're all just going to have to bear with it, whether you're spectating or participating. And yeah, there might mean we have to drop lobbies and restart and reboot things and get people back in. I just ask that you all try and be on time and just concentrating, ready to go to make sure that it all gets done. Now I just want to quickly finish off by saying that I have been working to try and get some t-shirts made. I don't know how many of you would be interested in getting a t-shirt, but hopefully on my store. It's not there at the moment, but I'm hoping over the next day or two, if you go to my website, charlierosco.com, and then to the donation section, you'll see there's a merchandise area. You can go to that, and on that store there should be some Bathurst 1.2 hour t-shirts. Some of you might be interested in that. It's not a shill thing for me. I don't make really much money at all. It's just a cool thing to have, so I know some of you will be interested in that. They will be there, and not just for participants, anyone can buy them. You know, let's make it a cool thing. Speaking of which, I did ask on my social media platforms through the week if you do share any content, whether it's little snippets of video from the race or in the meantime your liveries that you're making in the lead up, whatever the case may be, any post that you do about the Bathurst 1.2 hour, I ask that you use the hashtag CRB12H, the Charlie Rosco Bathurst 1.2 hour. Obviously I can't put a dot in because it ruins the hashtag. But yeah, if everyone could use CRB12H, that would be fantastic. That's going to be about everything for this video. Hopefully I've covered off on all the information. Everyone now knows what's going on. If you have any more questions, if I've forgotten anything, please post them in the comment section below as soon as you think of it. I don't want to be answering questions that are going to take up a whole bunch of time on race day. I really want everyone to sort of be ready to go, fully understanding. So yeah, ask them in the comments below. Otherwise, Discord, Twitter, I've mentioned it already. The links to the social medias are all down underneath this. The link to Twitch, where you can actually watch the live stream, will be in the description of this video. And when the live stream actually starts, I will post another little video, as I usually do on YouTube, saying that the live stream is a go, and jump over to Twitch with the link there. So that should be everything. Thank you all very much. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be a fantastic event. As I said in my last video, I can't believe I'm doing a third annual anything, but there's a lot of hype around this, and it's a cool event. It's one of the favourite things that I host and run throughout the year, so it should be really good. But anyway, I don't want to crap on too long, so thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you this Sunday for the Bathurst 1.2 hour, and we'll talk to you then. Bye for now.